Welcome. It's Nikki from My Healthy Beginning. And if you are looking for what are the few books to have on your shelf at home for managing your at-home healthcare, you're going to want to pay attention to this video. I'll try to keep it short and sweet, but there are 4 favorites that I love. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4. We'll keep it really simple. Okay, where do I start? This one. Louise Hay, You Can Heal Your Life. When you are dealing with a symptom, you can also just Google like Louise Hay right knee pain, like that. And then you're going to get a bunch of blog posts and things that come up. You'll probably find a list of symptoms that you can connect with what is the emotional makeup of that physical manifestation. So for example, this book and this is Heal Your Body. And then we also have, I think it's called You Can Heal Your Life. I can't remember the title of it. But she has these great books on like what the mental causes are for the physical illnesses we experience. So this is the way the book is written. Sorry, that's not very helpful. Like that. So let's see. I just opened to, so say diabetes is an issue for you. The emotional situation is longing for what might have been, a great need to control, deep sorrow, no sweetness left. And then on the far left or right, she puts like, what's a mantra that you can get present to, take into prayer or visualization to bring about more healing. So that would be, this moment is filled with joy. I now choose to experience the sweetness of today. So that is how this book works. You just take that into your life, kind of start working it through, and you'd be surprised at the connections that, you start to make and the things you start to realize. Here's a chart of the spinal misalignments. So you can look at what areas of the spine have different effects on the body and what shows up there, which I also find, quite fascinating. Okay, so there's that one. Grain Brain by Dr. David Perlmutter. This is awesome for people who don't understand why the grains we are eating are causing such ill health, and why, if you are eating grains, they should be organic if at all possible. And there's actually a book by Dr. William Davis called Wheat Belly. So I tell people, Wheat Belly is actually out. We've got this big library of books that we share with people at our office. Wheat Belly is where I tell people to start. And I do that because Dr. William Davis does a great job of he knows who he's talking to. He actually says at one point, like, turn down the Cinnabon and turn the page. So he's speaking to mainstream people who maybe have not really considered that food is actually something that's easy to control, not easy. It's manageable. It's something you can get your hands on right away to take on by yourself versus, needing to find a practitioner. And once you start working with food, you can start to see where the problems still are and then reach out to a practitioner. So Wheat Belly's awesome. Grain Brain, similarly awesome, but this one is like, you have to wear your hat when you're wearing it. It's really a thinker, but it's fantastic if you're really looking at the epidemic of, obesity and even dementia is spoken about in there, and all the junk we're seeing in kids. It's a mind-blowing book. It's fantastic. So those two. Okay. Sally Fallon, for those of you who love Sally Fallon, she wrote a big cookbook about that called Nourishing Traditions. And it's awesome because it's a book. It's a cookbook. It's a book that you read with recipes in it versus just a book with recipes in it. So that's amazing. She's got 2 to 4 recipes kind of per page. And then the sidebars are studies and lots of great information about why the traditional foods diet is important to follow if, having access to and gaining or reclaiming your health is important to you. This is the one for raising small people. It's the Nourishing Traditions book of baby and childcare. So what foods to start with, why, how to support the developmental stages. So you're going to have lots of information. It reads like a book, but then you're also going to have lots of recipes. And it's everything from how to safely do dairy, how to do broths, how to make your own baby food, how to make toddler food, how to handle infectious disease, cold, fevers, congestion. It is really, really like a powerful book for parents to have in their back pocket. This is a great first time mama gift, or shower gift like that for a new mom. This is it's fantastic. This is probably, oh gosh, you know what I'm forgetting is, let me peek, let me look. Hold on, I'm going to step away into my little library here. Oh, shoot. So I just had it the other day. So it's called I can't remember. It's by Kate Birch, by the homeopath. We worked with her for a number of years, and then I've worked with several of her team members. Good Lord, I thought I had it in my pile here. Give me a second. If you look up Kate Birch on Amazon, it's the like family, oh gosh, acute care manual. I can't remember. I'll have to post it below. But it's fantastic. And the way that it's set up is really, really powerful support in that there's a chapter for like sore throats, congestion, fevers, coughs, and understanding what kind of cough, what kind of fever, what kind of congestion, what does it sound like? What does it look like? And then naming the several different remedies that could be a potential. And then you get to look to see like, how does your child show up? Like who is your child inside of that physical manifestation? And then it helps you hone in more specifically on what homeopathic remedy to use. And I love homeopathic remedies because the tubes are like the size of my thumb and they only cost $6 or $7 at like a Co-op or a Whole Foods or around here like a Fresh Time, Sprouts, Earth Fare, things like that in other states. So really easy to use, and they don't require the body to do a bunch of work, like a tired body to come forward and do a bunch of work. Homeopathic remedies take the stress off the body, so the body's left with this space that it can then kind of show up and heal in. So it's a fantastic book. I really love that. The last book is the thickest book, and I love it because I love its kind of multi-dimensional approach. This was the very first book that I owned as a new mom. So this book, I probably didn't even have it until Sunny was 2 or 3 years old. So it's probably 15 or 16 years old. And it's written by a naturopathic physician who's also a licensed acupuncturist. It's written by an MD, and then it's co-written by a nurse practitioner. So you get this really cool, well-rounded look at how to handle things as a parent. And for me, my goal was like, how do I stay out of the Western medicine system? How do I only lean in when I have an urgency or an emergency? So what do I need to arm myself with as a mom, with information, knowledge, and supplies to handle what can be handled at home? So I'm going to give you an example of how this book works. Okay, let me just open up to whatever. Let's see, I need one that's easy. Hives, this is great. So you open up to whatever problem or situation you're looking for. It'll give a really great description of that. And then it's going to give conventional treatments. So it's got maybe 3 bullet points. It's talking about antihistamines, why they're treated with antihistamines, yada, yada. Then it's going to give you a section of nutritional supplements. Here are the things that you can take and what they do to support the process of, moving the hives through or prevent it from happening again. Then you're going to go through specific herbal treatments, then homeopathic remedies. And in this one, they mention like 1, 2, 3 different homeopathic remedies. And then again, you look to see like, oh yeah, that sounds like my child, nervous, fair-skinned, allergy prone. So this is the one I need to do. And here's the suggested dosage. Super empowering for moms. And then Bach flower remedies. We've used a lot of flower essences in our past. Acupressure. That's not it. There's more. General recommendations, and then prevention. So you get this really well-rounded look at whatever you think might be going on with your child. And then you have several things that you can try that are inside your comfort zone. And if you try a few things and then they are outside your comfort zone, then you can reach out to your wellness practitioner. Obviously, you can do what you want when you want, but it is such a fantastic book. So Smart Medicine for a Healthier Child. This happens to be the 2nd edition. I've not looked to see if there is a newly revised or updated version since then, but I tell you what, it took something for me to bring these 3 books out of my home and leave it at the office for people. Because here's the deal. You can pick up your phone and you can Google anything, right? You can, what to do with my kid when this happens, or I have a headache, what to do. That you can Google all of these things. But for me, there's nothing more grounding than having a book where I can turn the pages, I can smell the pages, something super lovely about that to me, and get really grounded in good, solid information. And then you can kind of follow these authors and people they recommend and ideas they suggest to see what works and fits best for your family. If you are looking for more support in understanding what your body or your children's bodies are dealing with and why, that is the realm of what we offer at My Healthy Beginning. You can find us online, myhealthybeginning.com, or give us a call here, 612-418-3801, to set up a complimentary discovery call to get to the root cause of what is causing the loss of health for you and your family.